Good morning. So, Easter was fun. My weekend was good. And, unfortunately, I'm back on the grind now. So, what I'm having today, literally, all I packed today are bananas. So I guess I'm doing kind of a banana island today. And that's what I get when I wake up late and then my blender's dirty and I'm just like, fine, bananas. So, banana island, and we'll see how it goes.
A slice of cheesecake each. She had a cup of regular coffee.
He's a good kid. Yes. So, I was elated to find this at work. Sometimes I'll leave like little dinners like this at work, just in case, I wake up late, because I do it a lot. So I found this, I'm pretty excited. So I don't have to be on Banana Island today. Yay! So what this is some stir fry. It's got some carrots, some broccoli, some sugar snap peas from my CSA Elmwood stock farm, some red pepper, and I think it's got a little soy sauce or teriyaki sauce. Oh, and some onion. And I think that's pretty much it. So this is what I'm having for dinner, and I'll see you guys later. So I'm in the middle of my shift tonight at my second job, and it is freezing in the lab. It's probably 61 degrees, and there's no way to regulate the temperature, so I can't raise it any. So I'm making some tea, because I'm so cold. This is one of my favorite teas, the Tazo. It's chai, but it's pumpkin spice. It is delicious, and I just happened to find it on sale. It was, I don't know, like $1.26 or something, in the Kroger reduced for quick sale bin. So I got a box of these, and I will definitely buy them again when I see them there, because these are amazing. So, also, I'm gonna put some Truvia in this. Luckily, I had some in my pocket, and that happens to me with like a lot of my jackets. I'll go somewhere and they'll have something that I want, like a stevia packets. Like, I think I got these when I went to North Lime Coffee and Donuts, and it's one of the few coffee places that has stevia or Truvia, but it's rather exciting when I go somewhere. So sometimes I'll get a coffee to go, and I'll put a bunch in my pockets, so then I just happen to carry them in my pocket, which is great for times like this. And this tea is just something I carry around in my purse, precisely for times like this, when I'm freezing, or when I want a little something, or when I'm sick and don't feel well. And it makes my life so much easier when I don't have to remember to grab stuff, and it's good for unexpected things. So this is what I'm having kind of just while at work. So I got home after work, and now I'm making Dexter's dinner. And this is a pound of black-eyed peas. I didn't season them with anything. And I soaked these overnight, so I'm just boiling these for about 2 hours. Got an hour and a half left on it. He's gonna get some white rice. I've got some sweet potatoes for him in the oven, and I'll probably add a green, like a green bean or a pea, or maybe some celery or something, and that will be his food for the week. Alrighty, so for dinner part 2, I've got some white rice, I don't know, about a cup and a half, and a cup of corn. I'm hoping Dexter's sweet potatoes get done so I can steal some of those. But for his food, I keep it in this big container, and he's got some rice in here right now. It's cooling. I like to give him a mix of raw vegetables when I can, raw and cooked, depending on what he can digest. He always gets a majority beans, and then some grain, and then always equal parts grain and vegetables. But half of his vegetables have to be green vegetables, and the other half are like a red or a yellow vegetable. And he also gets a tablespoon of olive oil or coconut oil at every meal. But here's the beginnings of this. His beans are still going. Sweet potatoes. Oh, and I always make more than he needs. Like, I have extra rice that he's going to eat tonight, and extra rice here, because then I also get to eat it. And it makes me feel really good knowing that I give him the same quality food that I would eat. So if I would eat it, he's not going to eat it either. And he really seems to enjoy it, and he's doing well. Okay, so his potatoes were not ready, and I'm hungry now, so I'm just going to eat my rice and corn. Potatoes are taking a little while longer. I'm going to go ahead and feed him. But what he's got here is some black beans. These are just blended black beans. Some white rice. This is some fresh pumpkin that I cut up maybe sometime in October, and then cut into cubes and froze. This is raw. And then he's got some lettuce, and there's also some carrots maybe underneath here somewhere, and some more black beans. So I'm just going to stir this up for him and give it to him. I'm also going to add a little bit of nutritional yeast, and I'll stir it again. Okay, well Daniel has moved my olive oil, and I'm rather annoyed right now, so I'll have to put that on his food here in a minute. But, you hungry, buddy? Oh. He's a good boy. He adores nutritional yeast. It's like his favorite. There you go, bud. Eat his dinner bowl pretty quick, and typically I have it all mixed together and I give him 2.5 cups twice a day, but I don't know how much he had, and it looks like he wants more, so I'm gonna make him another bowl. Okay, so I guess everyone's getting dinner ×2 in the house today. So what he has now are some black-eyed peas. His black-eyed peas are done. So he's got about a cup of those. I threw in some more rice, some sweet potatoes, and these sugar snap peas, which are frozen. I'm going to stir this around, and I'm going to wait for it to cool off a little bit before I give it to him, because if you give it to him hot, it'll make him sick. So it's best to do, you know, kind of like lukewarm. You can heat it a little bit, but not too much. It's best to feed them room temperature foods, but they can be a little warm too. So I just took a bite, and it's not super hot, so I'm going to go ahead and give it to him, and it's melted the sugar snap peas. Still hungry, buddy? And this is how you find out your dog does not like sugar snap peas. So he ate around them. So his black-eyed peas are done, so I put them all in here. It's still steaming, so I'm going to let this cool off before I put in the last thing, which is some lettuce. And I'm letting it cool off and not putting it in right now because I don't want it to wilt the lettuce, because Dexter likes his lettuce to be crunchy. And I also want a different texture. I don't just want it to be mushy. So I will let this cool and add the lettuce and then stir it all together, and we'll be good. And here is everything cooled and together, except for the lettuce. There's some lettuce in here. So all I do is just scoop him some food. Like I said, he gets 2.5 cups every time. And then I take some olive oil. I drizzle it just like this. And that's what he eats for dinner. Sit. That was a good boy. You hungry, buddy?